Yo, what be the drip, YouTube? It's the boy Zack, and I'm back with Zack Reacks, and today we got Gambler's Cop beginner palm tutorial. Let me just show y'all here. We got a beginner's cop, beginner palm tutorial, Gambler's Cop, beginner. You know what I said. Anyway, so before this video begins, I just want to say the original link will be left in the description down below, so you guys can go check it out so yourselves and like it up. Speaking of liking it up, there's a like button, a subscribe button, and a notification bell at the bottom of this video. You guys can click them if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. If you want to click them, you can. If you don't, you don't. But do remember that if you do click it, we keep it real here. So if you fake, if you alien, get the fuck out. I don't want to see you liking, I don't want to see you subscribing, and I don't want to hear the bell ring for any fucking hater. Alright? You catch my drift? Awesome. Cool. So I'm ready to get into this, but for those of you who have heard this announcement before, you guys can skip to the part of the video where I start reacting. However, if you guys go down below to the link, it'll say Magic Channel. Click on that Magic Channel. Get me to 300 subscribers on that channel, and then I'll do a 24-hour live stream where I stay up for 24 hours straight, and I just do live reaction requests. If you guys want me to do that, give me the 300 subs. You know, an eye for an eye, cup for a cup, whatever they want to say. So I'm ready to get into it, and if you guys are, me too. So I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but let's go.
Tell me like your Hellcat.
His intro always goes crazy every time. Let me do that one more time. Ready?
Tell me like your Hellcat.
Damn. Alright, let's get this shit.
Hey everybody,
Yes, that's how it works.
what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Before
Hi, Josh.
this video starts, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In this video, I'm doing something I should have probably done a long time ago. This is a tutorial for the Gambler's Cop palming technique. It's a sleight I use probably in a lot of tricks I come up with personally. It's one of those sleights that I just kind of always refer to. So it's one of my favorite sleights, honestly, and it's because it's so useful. You can use it to palm a card, you can use it to make a card appear in another day. I mean, there's so many uses for it. It's probably one of my favorite sleights, and I use it a lot in the tricks I come up with and the tricks I use. So I'm finally doing a tutorial for it, and let's go ahead and get right into it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, everybody, so let's go.
Hell yeah. Alright. Gambler's Cop is a pretty commonly used, I would say, sleight in Magic. Pretty popular. I'm glad he's teaching it. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Get right into how this is done.
So I think with when it comes to learning or reacting to tutorials, I kind of just want to see how he explains shit, you know, because some people explain it quicker than others. Some people explain it with more information than other people. Some people just are Josh and like to be Josh.
So before we get into the palm itself, let's go ahead and go over the basic grips you're gonna have to know before you get into this. So first is the grip I'm using right now, which is mechanics grip. Basically that's your index finger here on the top, the middle ring and pinky finger right here on this edge, and the thumb going up on this edge.
Yes, for sure. Are those yellow knocks? You'll have to let me know, because if those are yellow knocks, then I need them.
Normally, if you're right-handed, which I am, you hold the deck in your left hand, and if you're left-handed, you hold the deck in your right hand.
Basically explaining if your dominant hand, basically he's explaining that your dominant hand is not being used.
But it differs for some, so it's basically whatever you're more comfortable with. For me, it's my left hand. So that's mechanics grip, pretty simple. Now there's biddle grip. This time it's gonna, normally you hold this in your dominant hand, and that in this case how this grip works is your ring and middle finger here are gonna be on this top edge, thumb on the bottom edge, and then your index finger just kind of doing whatever right here on the top, and then pinky, same thing, it's just kind of over here dangling to the side. And that,
yep, pinky's left dangling.
That is biddle grip. So those are your two grips, and now let's go ahead and get straight into the palm itself. Okay, so now for the palm. So basically what you're gonna do is you need to get a break above whatever the bottom card, which the bottom card is going to be the card you're palming. So whether you want to palm a selected card, you need to be able to control it to the bottom using whatever method you want. Just know that whatever card's on the bottom is the card you're going to be palming. In this case, we're going to be palming the 10 of clubs. So again, if they have a card selected, you need to make sure it's controlled to the bottom.
So he's going to be palming the 10 of clubs. If you explain what he's saying, basically you want to control it your own way to the bottom of the deck, and you're going to be palming the 10 of clubs. In this case, he is, because the Gambler's Cup happens from the bottom. However, bottom is kind of subjective, because, for example, if you were to take a deck of playing cards and you had a bottom card and you wanted to palm a face down bottom card, then you'd have the cards with the front facing down. But if you flipped over the cards and you wanted to do it this way, that's a cool way of doing it too. It's just, it depends on whether you need the card to be on top or whether you need the card to be on bottom. I don't know if he explained that or if he's going to, but that's kind of how I feel about it.
So you can palm off that card. Okay, awesome. So again, you're gonna get a break, whether that be the method I like to use is a pinky pull down, but you can use whatever method you want. Some people like to just riffle down one card, which is probably the easiest way to do it. Just take your thumb and riffle down one card. Or you can buckle, which is a little bit more difficult, but at the same time effective. So whatever you...
A little more difficult. I feel like I use the buckle a lot. At least a lot more than a pinky pull down. My hands are so big and weird that I can't ever get the pinky pull down to work correctly. You know what I'm saying? Why is it so high? Either that or I'm just so low. There we go. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this whole OBS thing. So
find you're more comfortable with, use that. Okay. For me, I like to use a pinky pull down. So now that you got your break, what you're going to do is you're going to take it, you're holding it in mechanics grip right now. You're going to come over and grab it in biddle grip just like that. And you're going to kind of, this little pinky break here is going to be transferred to a thumb break. So now you're holding a thumb break just like that. Okay. Come over, grab that as a thumb break. You're going to bring this pack down just like this. And as you bring it down, your pinky is still kind of staying right there, as you can see. So as you bring it down, your pinky is still holding a spot just like that. Okay. So bring it down up to about this point, or down to about this point, basically where your middle and ring fingers gap right there between your two fingers, that little gap between your middle and ring finger, okay? So just like that, you're gonna bring it to about right there. You're still holding that break, and now you're gonna bring it back up just like this, and now you kind of have this card. You're holding it with your ring and pinky, and then that flush part of your palm right there. So you're going to bring this back up and bring this hand down. And as you can see, the card's right here, but when you're holding it toward people in front of you, they can't see that. And I would recommend taking your thumb and holding it just like that so they can't see that card.
Yeah, it's all about angle. It all depends on where everyone's facing or whatnot. Because if you have a round of people, like people around you, all the way in a circle, it might be a little bit more difficult to get away with a Gambler's Cup because someone behind you might see it, someone to the side of you might see it. But if you're doing something in front or like with someone at a table, it's a good way to do it.
And now, for the most part, like unless you are like completely sideways toward them, that card is pretty well hidden. Like you have to be really turned this way or really turn this way for them to actually be able to see this card.
Like I was saying.
Okay, so you're basically holding it right here, just like this. You have the card palmed. You can palm it back. I mean, you can do whatever you want by the time it's palmed. So, a little clumsy with cards today.
Always.
So now, again, let's go ahead and go over that again really quickly. So again, pinky pull down the bottom card, drag it back. You're going to bring it back up. And again, you have that card right there. You're going to bring this pack back up. And you're going to kind of bring this forward as you bring your hand down. Okay, so that's the basic way to palm the card. So now let's go ahead and get over some tips to make this look a lot more natural and ways to hide it easier.
Tips.
So first tip I can give is practice this in a mirror. Go in front of a mirror and practice this slight. If you're doing this for like a wide audience of people, like if you're doing this one-on-one, it's probably the easiest way to do it because you can just do that easy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. You just stole what I was going to say.
Enough, okay, when you're doing it for a while.
Or what I did say. I don't fucking know anymore. These reactions sometimes get me in a weird place because I know all this stuff, but I just want to see how Josh does it. And Josh is just so great with it that we say everything in unison. We finish each other's sentences.
Just one person. But if it's like a big audience you're performing for, you're better off having this part of your hand facing the crowd, and that helps hide the palm a lot easier. As to why, I don't know. It just helps keep everything hidden a lot better. So if you're doing this for like a wide crowd of people, there's a bunch of people in front of you, the best way to do it is just kind of don't be straight in front of them, kind of have your body turn just a little bit, and that helps you hide it a lot easier. Okay, so that's that tip. Any other tips I can give is try not to do this number unless you have to, holding it here in palm until you're ready to go. In some tricks you kind of do have to. In the trick pickpocket I created, you actually have to hold it like this for a second just for the trick to work right. But normally what you want to do is you don't want to palm it until you don't want to do this until it's time to move the deck, because more often than not, whenever you're doing this trick or this palming technique, you're doing it as you, like if you're going to your pocket, you can bring the cards this way, lay them on the table as you go to your pocket, and boom, I just got the card in my pocket even though I just palmed it.
You don't ever want to hesitate with anything, and I think what he's getting at is hesitation is something that can definitely give away a secret. Because if you're doing the gambler's cop and you're hesitating there for a minute, someone's gonna think something's up. Someone's gonna be like, "Yo, he's got a card somewhere that maybe there's not supposed to be a card," and boom, they figured that shit out. So, like you said, just make it flow. Just do it. Pow. You know what I mean?
What you'd be doing is, so like, don't sit here, talk for a little while, and then do the palm. Like, whenever you go to your pocket, don't do the palm till it's time to go to your pocket. So when it's time for you to go to your pocket to grab the card or whatever you're using this palm for, you're gonna go ahead, do your pinky pull down real quick, and just like that, go to your pocket, bring the deck forward, and boom, you've done your little magic trick. So another tip I can give is you don't normally want to stay still with this, just like you don't want to do this, okay? You kind of want to bring the deck forward like this, and that just makes it look a little bit more natural. So basically, don't just sit still, don't do this number right here.
It's all about practice. You want to be able to get those fucking those little intricate details down, and you want to be able to get them so then that way you'll be able to find the best way that it looks to certain spectators. And sometimes what I like to do is I like to ask my mom or my sister, be like, "Yo, I got a trick for you," and then I'll do the trick. And then if they, they'll give me advice or whatever, and maybe I'll ask them about it. Hey, did you see a palm here? Did you see a palm there? And it helps. Also in the mirror, like he said, it helps because if you want to do the fluid motion, it comes with all this practice.
Okay, don't palm the card and leave the deck here. Okay, you kind of want this to look natural, because why would you bring it back and then go down? Okay, so basically you just kind of want this to look natural. So you're going to kind of move your body along with it, because if you just do this, that does look kind of weird. I flashed there, but you kind of want to move your body along with it. So whenever you're turning your body to kind of go into your pocket or whatever, that's when you would kind of want to bring this back. Now you're going to bring this forward as your hand goes down with the palm card to go into your pocket to pull out, their card supposedly, just like that. Okay?
Whatever happened to the 10 of clubs? I know he said at the beginning that you were going to palm the 10 of clubs, but it's been like the 4 of diamonds and the 4 of hearts the whole time. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
So that's basically all the tips I can really give on this. If you guys have any other tips, leave them down below. Or if you have any questions, again, leave them down below. We're just going to go over this one more time really quickly. Mechanics grip, pinky pull down, however you want to get your break. You're going to bring it to about right to that gap. Bring this back up in middle grip as you go down to do whatever you're going to do with this thing. You can obviously also reload this card. Like if you want to make a card teleport from this pile to this pile, you could Gambler's cop it out of here and put it into this pile. So basically that's reloading the card, because you do that sometimes. So the card's basically palmed just like this. You're going to bring the deck back just like this, and then act like you're squaring up the deck. So basically just bring it back and then act like you're squaring up the deck, and then after that kind of like spread it out a little bit if it's possible to do that for a particular trick. So you bring it back, square it up. I'm trying to get a good angle for you guys. Square it up just like this, and then just kind of spread the cards out just to kind of, some justification for it. So yeah, that's basically all the Gambler's Cop is. Pretty simple, and I use this in so many tricks because it's super useful. Hope you guys enjoy it, because again, I use this in so many tricks. It's stupid I don't have a tutorial out for it by this point. So here's you guys' Gambler's Cop tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.
All right, cool shit. So that was it. I guess that's it for Josh. And if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do, and I'll see you on the next video. Always strong. We're gonna keep up with this, man.